So let's begin. So again, I have brought up my two VMs, CentOS 6 and Ubuntu 16. So we are just bringing up the VM, okay, and to just practice Linux commands, bridge networking and other things. We'll do it, okay. We'll do lots and lots of Vagrant. As of now, we'll stick to only this much, okay. So today the next thing is VIM editor. Now, in your most of the time when you're dealing with Linux operating system, like 95% of your time, you would be using Linux in command line. Okay, you will do SSH to the Linux machine. You log into the SSH machine remotely. Okay, Linux machine. This Linux machine could be some virtual machine in your data center, some physical machine, some cloud instance. Okay, a VM on the cloud computing infrastructure. It will be remotely located somewhere, and you'll use your laptop to connect to that machine. So you'll use an SSH client like putty or git bash. So when you do SSH, you get a command line interface. Okay, text user interface. And I told you one thing, most of our configuration in Linux are stored in text files. So we'll open the text files and we'll make the changes to them. Now it's a command line interface, so we do not have the luxury of graphical editors like Notepad, Notepad++, WordPad. These are graphical editors. You don't have a luxury of graphical editor. So we will be using command line editors. Okay, command line text editors. One of them is VIM, or the most popular one is VIM. There are other text editors also like Nano, Edit. So if you're already using some editor and it's your favorite one, you can stick to that. But if you have no clue about any text editor in Linux, then let's get started with VIM or VI editor. So I'm going into Linux practices directory that we created, and I'll create a directory here, text files, and I'll cd to that directory. How do we create empty files in Linux? What's the command? Touch. Okay, fine. So that's how you create empty files. I can create empty files with touch command, but really, what's the purpose of empty file? I'm not going to use it for anything. Like, there are some use cases to create empty files, but certainly not too many times. Okay. So to write a text file, I will use VI. It's an editor, and I give the file name. So let's give the file name as planets.txt. metals.txt. I was trying to think something more creative. Okay, so it's a file. I'm going to write some metal names over here. So the first metal that comes to my mind is iron. Okay, now what happens is whenever you open a file in VI editor, you will be into command mode. Okay, you hit I for India, and you come into insert mode. Okay, you can see here insert. Now in this mode you can start typing. So like we open Notepad++ or any graphical editor and we directly start typing there, right? But when we open file in VI editor, it opens into command mode. There are three modes in VI editor: command mode, insert mode, and the third one is extended mode. Okay, so remember, whenever you open a file, it opens up into command mode. Okay, in command mode there are some commands that we will learn. To get into insert mode, you can hit I as in India, or you can hit O also, O as in Oscar. Okay, so I insert. Now let's type the content. So let's see, iron. Next line. Okay, tell me some metal names. You know metals, right? Silver, copper, gold, platinum, titanium. Okay, you really guys knows a lot of metal. Bronze. Bronze is a combination, right? Bronze, aluminium. Let me see. Right, so it's Kiran, Wajahat, Kiran again, Naresh, Kiran again, Wajahat, Vijay, Kiran. Okay, just wanted. I was just checking. How about other people? Why you? Let's check how many. And there are so many people, right? You don't hear me? Other people? Or you don't know the metal name, or you don't know, or you don't want to type. Okay. Yeah, silver is done. Okay. Okay, get involved, people. Okay. That's how you'll enjoy. I don't want to teach to walls. Okay. If I don't hear anything, if I don't, nobody talks, I feel like I'm teaching to walls. Okay. So this is what happened. So I'm done typing everything. Now I want to save this one. Okay. So you hit escape. Okay, when you hit escape, you come back to command mode. Okay, when you want to come to command mode, you can anytime type escape. Okay, to come to the extended mode, you have to hit colon. Okay, colon. Right, so to come into extend mode, you have to first hit escape, then you hit colon. Okay, when you hit escape, you come to command mode and then you hit colon. Okay, this is extended mode. Now you want to save any changes, you say W to write changes. Okay, it says 9 lines, 65 characters written. Now to quit it, again colon Q. Q is to quit. Okay, cat is another command to read any files. That's it. You can open the same file again, but you know what, this time I will open it with absolute path. vi, I'm in temp directory now. vi/home vagrant linux practices text files metals. Okay, let's see what all you learn in the school. Tell me which is the strongest metal here. So I opened the file, I hit insert. Yes, that's correct. Titanium is the strongest metal. And we are not learning metallurgy, guys. Okay, so don't get confused. It's just to involve you. Iron is the most used metal, I believe so. Okay, anyways, who cares? And titanium is the strongest metal. Okay, and here I think gold is the most expensive one, or platinum is the expensive. And you know what, I'm not good about these things. Gold is, oh, I think the gold is most loved one. Right, platinum is most expensive, I think. Okay, gold is the most loved one, right? Okay, anyway, we have added some content. Now I want to save and quit. Okay, so escape, colon WQ. Okay, right, and quit at the same time. Okay, we are out. Okay, all right. So let's do this again. Let's open some. Let's do it with some other file. Okay, I'm in temp directory right now. I'll create some file. New file.txt. Again, I to insert mode. Okay, add the content. Escape colon WQ. All right, clear. Open a file. Again, you can use O also to get into insert mode. O brings the cursor to the next line also. Okay, new content, escape colon WQ. Right, this is one simple operation that we doing the most of the time. Okay, we'll be using VI editor. I think it's one of the most used tools we can say in Linux. Text editor, because everything is file and all the configurations are stored in text files. We write our script in text file. So the VI editor will be using all the time. Okay, right. So here everything is there with example. I want you to install VIM editor actually. So this is what you will do if you are a Vagrant user. Just sudo in CentOS machine yum install vim-y. Okay, you do this. Now the difference, there's not much difference actually. VIM is enhanced editor of VI. Okay, it will show you colors and some extra styles and settings are there in VIM editor. Okay, basically the same editor. Right, VIM is enhanced editor, enhanced VI editor. Right, so use Vim, like Vim bar. Not funny. Okay. So 3 mode, everyone clear? Now in command mode you have some shortcuts. Okay, like everyone loves shortcut, right? Shortcut gets done things quickly. Okay, VIM is already installed, it's already there in the system, so I can directly use VIM. VIM Linux practices, text files, metals. Okay. Any other metal that I missed? Silver, steel, aluminum, bronze, gold. Okay. School में इतना ही पढ़ा it seems. Okay, fine. Let's find some other file then. Sudo -i. Yeah. So in the root user, in CentOS system, in the root user, in the root directory. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to get this confusion out also for you. So everyone know root user. So root word is used almost 3 times in Linux. Okay, root user. There is a root user. Root user's home directory. What is root user's home directory? /root. Okay, good. /root is root user's home directory. Okay, then this is called as root directory. Okay, this one, this is /root, that is root user's home directory, and this is called as root directory. Okay, there is a little confusion in this one. Okay, so that's why I just got it cleared. So when I say root user's home directory, we'll end up here, we go here. When I say root directory, we go in this one. So currently I am in root users home directory. Now I will go to root directory. This is root users home directory. Everyone clear on this? They don't speak, do they? Yeah. Okay. Okay, in root users home directory, there is a file anaconda-ks.cfg. Okay. Don't worry, it's not the information about the Anaconda. It's actually Anaconda is an installer in Linux, okay, which does the installation. This file will contain the information of how the installation was done. Now, we have used a box to bring up this VM, Vagrant VM. Okay, but that box, there was also installation done. Or if you install, create VM from the ISO, whatever steps you selected while you are doing installation, everything will be recorded in this file. Okay, it's a very long file. Hopefully, yeah. See, just goes on and on. Like 160 lines of file. Okay, now I am at the end of the file. Now I want to go at the first line. So I'm showing you some shortcuts in command mode now. Okay, we are in command mode. How to recognize we're in command mode? You will not see anything insert, and you will not even see colon. So we are in command mode. Okay, so to go to the first line in the file, hit G 2 times, and I'm on the top. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll use extended mode colon SE space NU. This will set numbers. Okay, just the numbers. No, it's not the content in the file. Okay, like here you see Notepad++. There's numbers on the line. Okay, Shift G will take you to the last line, or you can use capital G. In anyways, you have to use capital G, or you can just use Shift G. GG. Come on, GG. First line, Shift G, last line, capital G, last line. Okay, and other shortcuts as well. Let's try. Copy paste. VIM/home/devops vagrant Linux practices text files metals. Okay, copy paste. Now let's say I want to copy this line. Gold is the most loved one. Okay, you should be in the command mode. You hit Y 2 times. Y. This is called as yanking. And you take your cursor wherever you want for the pasting, and you hit P as in Pune. This will paste it. Okay, you can paste it as many as times you want. Okay, escape again. Let's say you want to copy 2 lines. So take your cursor where you want. Let's say I want to copy this first 2 lines. So I've taken my cursor at the top and I'm giving 2 YY. So give the number of lines like 2 YY, or should I say? And whenever you want to paste, I want to paste it at the end. So I take my cursor at the end and I say P, paste. Okay, 1 2 3 4 lines, 4 YY, and somewhere in the middle I'll do. Okay, that's copy paste. YY P. You want to copy multiple lines, give that many number of lines. Okay, if you want to do cut paste, or if you want to simply delete, like let's say I want to delete this 3 lines, 1 2 3. Okay, copper, gold is the most loved one, and platinum. So I can say 3 DD, D as in delta, 3 lines deleted. If I just hit P again, P is for pasting. The deleted line will be pasted. So DDP is cut paste. Okay, YYP is copy paste, DDP is cut paste. And you can delete multiple lines or a single line. You can copy multiple lines for the pasting it, or you can copy single or multiple lines. Yeah, sorry. Got it? Cut paste, copy paste. We'll be doing it so many times. Typing. Okay. You want to search some character in the file, you can say /. Okay, and type it. Let's say I want to look if there is a word called as titanium in this file. Yeah, it's there. You can hit N to search the next one. It's not there. Let's say you want to search for gold, showing at 3 places. Okay, your cursor is at the top. You can hit N, 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 and take your cursor to the next searched one. Okay. Sometimes you're typing something and you feel like you don't want to do it, undo. So don't use Control Z. I know you'll be loving that. So go into the command mode and hit U for undo. Okay, you type something somewhere in the middle, you don't want to save it, escape U. Okay, now there is also one more way. If you have made changes, like we have made a lot of changes, now I want to save the file. I will say WQ, save and quit. Whenever you make change to a file, you have to save it. Like if I'm doing something like that, if I made changes but I don't want to save it, I'll say Control Q. I just want to quit it. It will not let me quit. Okay, so you have to forcefully quit if you made any change. Like whenever you made change to a file and you're trying to close, right, it will give you a message, do you want to save the changes? So it's like that. So escape Q exclamation, this is forceful quit, forcefully quit out of the file. All right. What else? So save and quit, some shortcuts, and actually VIM editor is a very powerful editor. It has lot many things. Okay, there are separate books written on VIM editor, right? It's used for so many purpose, mostly for text edition only. Okay, but we'll be using it only for this much. All right, so get good with this one. Okay, practice this because this is done almost daily. And we're moving forward. There's also one more editor, nano editor, which is more like a graphical editor. There is the control buttons all work there, but it's not as good as VI, and that's what I feel. All right, again, some people like nano editor. Right, there are more shortcuts, more commands. If you want to try them, you can try them. As of now, this much for VM editor. Okay. Okay, where are all the configurations located in the Linux system? All the configuration files. What location? etc. Okay, thank you. All right, good. Very good. All right, cd etc. And there are really a lot of files. Okay, here there are a lot of files. Okay, let me change to some file. don't worry what change I'm making. Okay, I'm making some change. Okay, when I do ls in any directory, it shows me all the content of that file. Okay, there are some options with ls like -l. -l will show long listing. ls will list, -l will long listing. Long listing means it will show more information about the file. Okay, that's very useful. Okay, we'll understand all that information slowly one by one. All right, this is the last update time of the file, when the file was last updated. Okay, so when you do ls-l, it will sort the file as per the name. You see, xy wxy, this comes at the end, right? And so it's sorting alphabetically, right? But let's say you want to sort it as per the time, so you can do lt. Most of the time you want to sort it as per the time because you want to see the last updated file. It's sorting. Okay, ls-lt is for sorting with the time, but it is showing the latest on the top. And then we have to scroll up and up and up and up. You see, this is the file that we edited, right? It came at the top. Okay, but then I have to scroll up, right? If I do -r, then it will reverse that search, so the last updated file will come at the end. Okay, so it's sorting as per the timestamp and also reversed its sorting. Okay, so this is one option, one very popular option with ls that we'll be using. You'll see me using so many times. Okay, so just made it clear what it is. ls comes with lots and lots of options. You can just run -f and help, and you can try some if you like. -r, recursive. So recursively will show all the directories. Okay, from wherever you are. Like, I mean, like in etc directory, and there are so many other directories inside that, and that may contain more directories and files. If I do ls-r here, it's going to show all the directories. Okay, let me go to root directory. Okay, this is the entire Linux operating system. This operating system, all the content. If I do here ls-r, it's going to display all the files. Okay, all the files from your Linux operating system. I don't know how long it will go. Currently it's in lib directory. See, it's going on and on and on and on. It's not ending. Okay, and this is just a VM. Okay, we have not put much data over here. We don't have much packages and services and libraries. Okay, it's just the operating system, plain operating system, without any customization or addition. Okay, I have to do Control C, I guess. You're just seeing entire Linux operating system. Okay, you liked it? When I do cd, I hit enter, I come to my home directory, any user's home directory. Okay, I do ls here. In root users home directory, I see 3 files. Okay, that's the content in the home directory, but there's sometimes hidden content also. You do ls-a, showing you this. ls-a is going to show you hidden files as well. Okay, -a option is to show all the files. Okay, any hidden files will start with bash logout, bash profile, bash rc. Okay, these files we'll use a lot later. Okay, you can create your own hidden file. Let's go to, let's exit vagrant user, ls-a. Let's go to Linux practices. ls-a, there is no hidden files here. at least. So we'll create our own hidden files. First, let's create a directory mkdir dot head dir. That's a bad name. So if I do ls, you'll not see that directory, but if I do ls-a, you'll see it. Okay. And same way you can create empty files, sorry, hidden files. Okay. Now, hiding a file is not really security. Okay. So don't think if you hidden a file, you secured a file. It's just to avoid the clutter. We hide files to avoid the clutter. I don't want to see that many files probably in my home directory, files that I don't access regularly. I know it's there, or I don't even care whether it's there or not. Such kind of files I hide. Okay, simple as that. You'll also see dot and dot dot. All right, these are actually hard links. uh, dot dot, we have seen dot dot means the previous directory. Okay, one level up. Wherever you go, you'll always have dot dot. Here also we have dot dot. A single dot means current working directory. So if I do say cd dot, I'll be like in current working directory. Okay, then you'll say, why will I use that? Well, think about it. Let's go to temp directory, and I want to copy that metals file in here in temp directory. Okay, so I'll say cp slash home vagrant linux practices, text files metals. So that's the source. I want to copy it in my current location. So destination, I'll give dot. That means current working directory. See that? I could have given here as temp itself. Okay. But why do I need to do that? I'm already there. So I can just give a dot. Clear with the dot? cd dot. Where will I go? Which directory I'll land up? Which directory will I go if I do cd dot? Hello? Current. Okay, good. Current directory. Right. I'm not gonna move anywhere. cd dot. Okay. If I go to cd home vagrant linux practices. Okay. cd dot dot. So I'm in linux practices. I'll be now in vagrant directory. See that? cd dot dot home directory. Okay. To do cd dot dot, I'll go into root directory. Now if I do cd dot dot, I'll go out of the system. Nah, I'm just kidding. Okay, when you are in root directory, you do cd dot dot, you don't go anywhere. Okay, there's no this is the top level root directory, top level directory. There's nothing on top of it. Okay, one of my student told me, once I was just telling them, now if I do cd dot dot, what will happen? You'll go out of the system. It's like, no, we're not going anywhere. Okay, if you want to go out of the system, type exit. Okay, right. Okay, we've been seeing a lot of files. Okay, there are some different kinds of files in linux. Okay, file doesn't mean text file. Most of the time people think when I say file, they think text file, but there are other kinds of files as well. So for this one, do cd-i, become the root user, and go to dev directory. This is a directory where we'll have different kinds of file also. ls-l ls-l. Just give me a moment. So any file you take, okay, everything is file in Linux, all right. Directory is also file. So any file you take, like this block file. So far, how do you recognize whether it's a directory or a file? Probably with the color. Blue color is directory, white color is file. Okay, that's not good way of identifying. Right? Sometimes you don't see colors. Like you don't go color blind. Okay, you don't see color means some terminals will not show you any colors. Okay, like this git batch is showing you color. Okay, so how do you recognize whether what is what? At the beginning, in the long list, at the beginning you'll have a letter here. Okay, D, that represents directory. If it's a C, it's a character file. But if you don't see anything there, here, no, all the files ls/temp, ls-temp. Okay, in the temp directory we have all normal files. If you don't see anything, a minus symbol means a normal file, normal ASCII file. Okay, D represents directory. There we go. D represents directory. C represents character. Okay, character file. Like keyboard, mouse strokes, all these scanners. These are characters. Okay, coming in characters. So such kind of things will be recognized as character files. L is link. Link means like a shortcut. Okay, like we have desktop shortcut that points to some original file. Okay, shortcut is not a real file. Okay, so wherever you see L, it's a shortcut. We call it as link. I've told you C, which is character file. C. S is a socket file. Okay, especially used for the network connections. B, block device. Okay, some of the example of block devices are hard disk, pen drive, USB drive, CD-ROMs. Okay, these are block devices. Okay, so you'll say, "There's my hard disk." I'll show you. See, that's your hard disk, SDA. A hard disk attached to this VM. This is the hard disk. It's a block device. SDA1 is the first partition. Like you have partitions in Windows, C drive, D drive. Okay, SDA1 is a partition. So there are different kinds of files in Linux. It's important for you to identify. Binary files, by the way, are considered as a normal ASCII file. Okay, normal file. So there is no special character for a binary file. So if you see B, it's not a binary file, it's a block file. Okay, called as block device. Right? C is character file. Shell is a character. We are entering characters. Yes, this is a shell. We are entering some characters here. Okay, this is also considered as a file. All right. So /dev directory is a good directory where you can see character files, block device, block files, socket file. Okay. Normally, what do we do with it? Well, we just handle normal text ASCII files and directories. Okay, we don't do anything with character files or block file or anything. Okay, we use certain commands that make changes to these files, but we don't directly update these files, and we cannot use VI editor. Okay, so if you use it, may show you something weird. I tried so many such things. Okay, all right. So we have seen file, normal files. We have seen directories, link. That's one thing that we can do. Okay, we can create links, shortcuts. So let's say, so that metals.txt file, its location is in /home vagrants in vagrant users home directory Linux practices text files metals.txt. Okay, let's say I want this file's shortcut to be added in root user home directory here. Okay, I want to add a shortcut here. So I will use the command ln-s. This is called as soft link. Okay, in common words, we're creating a shortcut. So first you give the destination, absolute path, and then you give the source. Source, you can give the relative path. You have to be in that directory. Okay, like I'm in now /root directory. I'll say metal link. Okay, let me extend it like this. Okay, so when we do copy or when we move a file, we give source first and then destination. Okay, this is little confusing, even I get confused today. Okay, when I'm creating link, first you give source, first you give destination, and then you give source. It's reverse order. Okay, yes, I really get confused today also so many times when I'm doing working on a system. I just say ln-s and I first give source and then destination. Okay, but it's the other way. Okay, when you create the link, you can see the link, metal link, pointing to that file. So let's do cat. See that? We can update the content from here itself. Any other metal do you know? No, I was like asking you a question. So you created the link and you'll see -l. Okay, now if the original file is gone, let's say I'm moving it to temp directory. This already, yeah, anyways. So original file is moved or gone or deleted, then it will be a dead link. Okay, a dead link will be printed like that. Okay, it will be displayed like that. All right, with highlighted colors. Okay, but if I bring up that file again back from temp metals, I bring up that file, moving back, then the link becomes active. Okay, if you want to remove the link, you can directly delete the link file. That's one way, or you can use the unlink command also. Gone. So ln-s, that's the command that's gonna create the soft link or shortcut. You can use absolute path in source and destination both if you want. Removing link will not delete the file. No, like removing a shortcut will not delete the actual file in our Windows system also. Okay, but the actual file is gone. Like you delete the actual file, the link will be still there, but it will be a dead link. Okay, all right. Okay, so some filtering commands now. You have seen I previously did ls-r in the root directory, right? And you see there are so many files. Among them there are so many text files, and there's lots and lots of content. Okay, so much of text. If I tell you to find something from somewhere, it will be like finding a needle in a haystack. Okay, or world's biggest haystack, right? If you have to find it manually. But thankfully we have a lot of filter commands that can search the content for us and give us the right content as whatever we need. Okay, one of them is grep. I have the active link grep. So I will say grep, and whatever I want to search, let's say I want to search for gold. Okay, from the file, not from the mines. So it will search for that character, okay, that word into that file, right, and display as all the content, right? Or if you go, let's see, let's go to home, background, Anaconda. Just looking for some keyword. Okay. Okay. Let's say I want to search for a content called as echo, but I don't know in which file it is. There are 4 files. It could be among any of the files. So I will say star. Okay. So it will search for the word echo on all the files. Just give me a moment. Hey there, I'm back. Sorry for the interruption. Okay, so grep can search for any keyword, and you can put that keyword in single quote or double quote if you want. And let's say if you do star, it's going to search for all the files in the current working directory. Okay, So this line, this file anaconda ks.cfg has the line echo. Okay, there you have. So it will show you all the lines that has the word echo. Okay. Sometimes there will be multiple files, like if I go, sorry, multiple directories, subdirectories, and you really don't know. You know the content, you know the top level directories. Probably you know in Vagrant users home directory in Linux practices. Somewhere there is a file. That file contains the list of metals. Okay, but you don't know which directory it is and how many levels inside it is. So you can say grep, and you can look for the keyword like gold, and you can say star, but star will look in the only in the current working directory. Okay, it will not go into the subdirectories. But if you give an option -r, capital R or small r, you can give here, or you can give like here star, then it will go recursively in each and every directory and find the file text files metals.txt, and that contains the word. Okay, now this one is not there in the book, so please take a note. This is a very helpful command. I told you should be aware about the directory path and all. You are looking for a configuration change, but you really don't know where it is. It happens. Okay, there are so many files. We are in etc directory. You see there are that many configuration files and directory, and plus there will be more when we set up the services and all. Like it's very easy for us to forget. Okay, sometimes the names will always help you. Names will help you. Okay, like HTTPD service, MySQL service, but sometimes the system configuration you don't know where are these settings. At such places you can do grep, look for the keyword. Let's say you're looking for something like port star in all the files. Okay, the output may be long, so you better prepare for that. Okay, or if you know the proper directory, it will be shorter. But never run this command in the root directory until and unless it's very necessary for you, because then it will go through each and every directory and each and every file in your operating system, and that will put load on your system. Okay, now you can always avoid this if you know the proper files. You can avoid the -r. Okay, even if you're using -r, make sure there are not so many subdirectories. If I do it here, now it will go like forever. It will look for each and every file in my operating system. It will take a lot of time, lot of output will come. Okay, and the load will also increase. Okay, don't try to do this one in production systems at least. Clear? Okay. Okay, last one in the graph. Linux, everything is case sensitive. Okay, like if you leave Windows, everything out there is case sensitive. So if I'm looking for the word copper, oh, there's one more copper. Okay, so it displayed that yes, copper is there. Okay, but there's actually two places where we have copper. One is capital C, one is small c. So if you want to ignore the case, you can use -i. Then it will search for capital C, capital O, small o, and there'll be a lot of probability that it will search for. Okay, so this may be a little slower than a normal grep. Okay, sometimes you'll not recognize its slowness, but if you do it like recursively on like using regular expression star and all, then this may slow down your search a lot. Okay, in Linux everything is case sensitive, so keep in mind about the cases. Okay, small letter and capital letter. Good. Okay, you have more digestion. Can you digest more, or shall we stop it for today? Please what? Stop? Or please go ahead. Oh, please stop. Okay. All right. Okay. Don't worry. Don't get panicky. These are just some commands. You practice it. I'll send you the history of whatever we did. Okay, what are commands we executed, so you can go ahead and check it again. All right. And anyways, you can watch the video. Please practice. If you're good in Linux, then we can do wonders in DevOps. If you're bad in Linux, you will fail miserably in DevOps. I promise you that. Okay, without Linux knowledge, forget about DevOps. Nowadays, you can't do so many things. Developers are learning Linux, testers are learning Linux. Everybody in IT industry need to know Linux now. Agree? Agree or not? That's the truth. Okay. All right, then that would be all for today.